result. Minute and a half gone by with no score as Rondo drives and draws the foul.
And this is when Boston is at its best. I mean, they're not the prototypical fast-breaking team. They're not Phoenix. You know, they're not going to run up and down all game. But when they get out in transition and Rondo can penetrate, he's either going to get to the free throw line or score a layup or find Ray Allen and Paul Pierce for trailing three-pointers in transition, and that's when Boston really gets going.
Rondo only a 57% free throw shooter. He was fouled.
Always pretty good at the point of attack as Fields is way off on the three.
Here comes Rondo going right at Douglas. Douglas stepped away and Rondo with the scoop.
And that's the problem for New York. Bad shots or turnovers leads to that one-man fast break with Rondo. So the Knicks have to execute offensively, and it'll help them at the other end.
Anthony thought he was fouled. Here comes Rondo. Rondo again down the lane.
He's unbelievable.
Lost the handle. That should have been a possible three-point situation.
Well, Marv, I talked about New York's defense, and in the half court on post-ups, they've been pretty good. But in transition, there's not a whole lot they can do with Rondo running the ball right to the rim.
He's able to curl in with a beautiful shot.
Well, going back to Allen, Marv, he didn't even take a field goal in the first quarter. As Rondo gets all the way to the rim again. He's got to get on the move and towards the rim in tonight's game.
Paul Pierce coming over with the rejection of Douglas. Rondo with the finish.
9 fast break points for the Celtics in what, 5.5 minutes. I mean, this is a team that may not get 9 fast break points in an entire game in the regular season.
Here is Stoudemire. Garnett rebound. Fields went down. 5-on-4 for the Celtics as Rondo was actually fouled twice. Did not like the hack from Turiaf after the initial foul on him.
But Rondo has nothing to be upset about. If it's a continuation play, then Turiaf is making the right move here. Because if there's a foul called, Turiaf has to stop the play. Otherwise, Rondo's going to make the bucket and get a free throw.
Foul committed by Douglas, so that's 2 on Douglas, and it appears he will take a seat. Anthony Carter off the bench. So Rondo back at the line.
Luxury for Mike D'Antoni to have Anthony Carter, who isn't going to wow you statistically, but this guy has pretty much seen it all in the NBA. Ask George Karl about it. Remember when the trade was made, one of the things George Karl said was, man, I hated to see AC go. He had such a soft spot for Carter. Carter had played pretty much every possible role for the Nuggets over the years. Back
season 42-40, number 6 in the Eastern Conference. Anthony rejected, kept alive by Carter. Here's Carter with a runner, trying to go glass, rebounded by Garnett. Here's the outlet. Rondo ahead of the field. Rondo again. What a start for Rajon Rondo. 12 points, 5 of 7 from the field. The Knicks take a timeout with just under 5 remaining in this opening quarter.
12 points, I think, all right at the rim. I mean, it's been a one-man fast break for the Celtics. Rajon Rondo just running the ball up the Knicks' throats.
Finding a shot. Here's Bill Walker, just checked in, not able to put it down. Walker played a prominent role in the first half the other night when Carmelo Anthony had to leave after the 2 fouls. Rondo puts a move on Walker. Pass intended for Jeffries. Here's Rondo spinning his way. Rondo on the move. Rondo to the rim, and he is fouled by Williams.
Well, he's been pretty much the extent of the Celtic offense tonight, along with a couple of weak side pin downs for Ray Allen. But this has been the story for Boston offensively. Just force a turnover or a stop, get the ball to Rondo, and let him go.
Rondo just 2 of 4 at the line. As I mentioned earlier, 57% free throw shooter. The Boston Celtics 56-26, finishing as the 3rd seed in the East behind Chicago. And Miami, at one point, they won 14 in a row. At their best, they were 41-14. But since the trade of Kendrick Perkins, only 15-12. Injuries certainly played into it, but they lost 11 of their final 21 games. Career-high 30 points against the Bulls in Chicago. Allen broke it up. Here comes Rondo. Knicks trying to get back. Rondo all the way. And scores!
7 hoops, 7 layups for Rajon Rondo.
Celtics up by 1. Stoudemire had it deflected away. Good hands by the Celtics.
Now this is the Celtics' best defensive team. These 5, especially with Jermaine O'Neal playing so well and protecting the.
Stoudemire, who appeared to be struggling, 2 of 9 from the field in the first half, and as David Aldridge reported, suffering with back problems. As Rondo once again able to take a call. So Jermaine with his second personal.
Well, this is what Rondo does so well. When he feeds the post, he cuts, and he's so quick. And then once he gets around the rim, he's a beautiful finisher with either hand.
Fires one up. Rebounded by Green. Rondo accelerates. Met by Douglas. Now Rondo sweeping in. Yes! And the foul. Douglas with his 4th personal.
I don't know how he does it, Marv. I was about to say good transition defense from the Knicks, but this guy finds something out of nothing. And Carmelo's just standing straight up, doesn't help at all, and didn't want to leave the three-point shooter, and Rondo sees that angle, somehow slithers in there and gets that shot off. He's amazing.
And 39, along with 17 rebounds, 5 assists. The Knicks have a 2-point lead. Rondo to the bucket, and the game is tied. Douglas looking to break down court, but the Celtics get back. 7.5 remaining in this 4th quarter. Boston is led by as many as 11. Here is Douglas with the runner. Davis with the rebound.
Douglas just 3 for 13, and Marv, I think he's a key guy in the last 7 minutes, because you better believe Boston's going to pay a lot of attention to Carmelo. So it's Turioff on the inside and Douglas on the outside.
Rondo got the step. Rajon Rondo has had a sensational game, 11 of 18.
With another offensive board, Douglas is fearless. It doesn't matter if he's 0 for his last 10. He thinks the next one's going in.
Rondo fielding for Douglas, who's playing with 4 fouls. Here is Rondo. Beautifully done.
Marv, that's 12 field goals for Rondo. If I'm correct, that's 12 field goals.
86 apiece. Rondo. It's all going in. That is his first successful perimeter shot. New playoff career high for Rajon Rondo. 30 points. Celtics have a 2-point lead as they trap Douglas.